Welcome to Canoe Paddling Introduction. Canoeing is a healthy and fun activity that allows you to relax and unwind on the water. But to enjoy the fun of canoeing, it is important to master the correct paddling technique. In this introduction, we will introduce you to the basics of canoe paddling, pushing and pulling techniques, steering techniques, and emergency response techniques so that you can handle your canoe more easily and efficiently and enjoy the fun of paddling. Canoe paddling refers to the activity of using a canoe as a means of transportation on water and propelling it forward by paddling with oars. The paddler needs to coordinate their breathing and body movements to maintain balance and maximize efficiency. Canoe paddling can be a leisure activity or a competitive sport, as well as a mode of exploration and travel. The importance of proper canoe paddling technique cannot be overstated. Using correct technique not only improves efficiency and speed, but also reduces the risk of injury and fatigue. Proper technique involves using the right posture, grip stroke, and body movements to maximize the power and control of each stroke. With proper technique, paddlers can maneuver their canoe with ease, navigate through various water conditions, and enjoy the activity for longer periods of time without experiencing discomfort or exhaustion. Additionally, using proper technique can help prevent muscle strains, joint pains, and other injuries that can occur from repetitive paddling motions. Therefore, learning and practicing proper canoe paddling technique is crucial for anyone who wants to engage in this activity safely and effectively. The paddle used in modern canoes is generally of the structure of a single paddle handle and a double-sided blade. The paddler sits in a frontal position facing the bow, holds the paddle handle with both hands, and takes turns to paddle on the left and right sides of the boat, with one side of the paddle as the support point and the other side as the thrust point. Paddle into the water and row backwards. The boat will naturally tilt slightly on the side of the paddle into the water. The entry point of the paddle should be stretched forward as far as possible, and the location of the exit point should be no more than 30 degrees behind the body. To reduce the significant twisting of the waist, the angle of the back of the chair should be adjusted to roughly between vertical and 15 degrees tilted forward. Here are the basic steps for canoe paddling technique to move forward. 1. Sit upright and face forward in the canoe. 2. Grip the paddle with both hands with your hands positioned shoulder width apart on the shaft. 3. Dip the blade of the paddle into the water on one side of the canoe, close to the bow front of the canoe. 4. Pull the paddle through the water towards the stern back of the canoe, using a smooth, strong stroke. 5. As the blade reaches the end of the stroke, lift it out of the water and return it to the starting position, ready for the next stroke. 6. Repeat the stroke on the opposite side of the canoe, dipping the blade into the water close to the bow on the other side. 7. Alternate strokes on each side of the canoe, keeping it consistent rhythm and speed. 8. Use your torso and core muscles to provide power and support for each stroke, rather than relying solely on your arms. 9. Keep your paddle vertical and avoid dragging it through the water, as this can slow you down and cause unnecessary resistance. By practicing these basic paddling techniques, you can develop the skills and strengths needed to move your canoe forward efficiently and effectively. Here are some basic turning and steering techniques for canoeing. 1. J-stroke. This is a popular technique for keeping the canoe moving straight and making minor corrections to your course. To perform a J-stroke, start with a regular forward stroke, but at the end of the stroke, turn the paddle blade to angle it outwards away from the canoe. This will cause the paddle to catch the water and push the canoe slightly to the opposite side, allowing you to adjust your course. 2. Sweep stroke. This is a powerful turning stroke that is used to turn the canoe quickly and sharply. To perform a sweep stroke, start with the paddle blade at the stern back of the canoe and sweep it in a wide arc towards the bow front of the canoe, using your torso and core muscles to provide power. The stroke should end with the paddle blade near the bow, and the canoe should turn in the direction of the stroke. 3. Draw stroke. This is a useful technique for moving the canoe sideways, either towards or away from an obstacle. To perform a draw stroke, start with the paddle blade in the water at your side, perpendicular to the canoe. Pull the paddle towards you, using your torso and core muscles to provide power. The stroke should end with the paddle blade near your hip end. The canoe should move in the direction of the stroke. For press stroke, this is a technique used to move the canoe sideways away from the paddle. To perform a press stroke, start with the paddle blade in the water at your side. With the blade angled away from the canoe, push the paddle away from you, using your torso and core muscles to provide power. The stroke should end with the paddle blade near your hip end. The canoe should move away from the paddle. By mastering these basic turning and steering techniques, you can improve your maneuverability and control on the water and navigate around obstacles and through different types of water conditions. Canoe stopping and reversing techniques. To stop the canoe, simply stop paddling and let the momentum of the boat slow down. If you need to stop quickly, you can perform a reverse stroke by dipping the paddle blade into the water behind the canoe and pulling towards the bow. To reverse the canoe, perform a backward stroke by dipping the paddle blade into the water at the stern back of the canoe and pulling towards you. Alternate backward strokes on each side of the canoe to maintain balance and control. Canoeing draw stroke. Here are the points broken down into paragraphs. 1. The draw stroke is a useful technique for moving the canoe sideways, either towards or away from an obstacle. 2. To perform a draw stroke, start with the paddle blade in the water at your side, perpendicular to the canoe. 3. Pull the paddle towards you, using your torso and core muscles to provide power. 4. The stroke should end with the paddle blade near your hip, and the canoe should move in the direction of the stroke. Using the draw stroke can be helpful in situations where you need to move the canoe sideways, such as when approaching a dock or navigating through tight spaces. By mastering this technique, you can increase your control and precision on the water. Canoe flipping and righting techniques. In the scenario where a canoe capsizes and a person is left stranded on top of the flipped canoe, the individual can attempt to climb back into the canoe by first grabbing onto the side of the boat and kicking their legs to gain momentum. Once they have enough momentum, they can try to pull themselves up onto the canoe with their arms and roll their body over the side. In conclusion, mastering proper canoe paddling technique is essential for an enjoyable and safe paddling experience. With the right knowledge and practice, paddlers can efficiently maneuver their canoe through various water conditions and destinations. Remember to always prioritize safety and respect for the environment when out on the water. Happy paddling!